Hey everyone, you're watching Kickback and Chat with Amber Pickens. Today I am so excited because I get to chat with an amazing musician, arranger, orchestrator, composer, director, conductor, an award-winning artist. The list goes on and on. Welcome to Kickback and Chat, Dr. Alex Lackamore, okay?
Thank you for having me.
I mean, you gotta put it on there. You worked really hard. Congratulations on receiving your recent Emmy for your phenomenal work on FX Fosse Verdon series.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So can you explain to us what are some of the differences between working on a musical for TV, film versus for Broadway?
The biggest difference I found is really about time. I feel like for TV and film, you don't have as much of it as you are used to in the theater world. I find with theater, you always have time to redo things. Like you'll have a preview, you'll make a change, and then the next day you can assess whether or not that change you made was better, whether the audience reaction was better one night than another. Maybe next week you can try an idea that you didn't have last week. I find with TV and film, you have to do all of it on the day. You can do some planning leading up to it, but I find that when you're on set, you learn things that you didn't know when you're just imagining what it could be. All of a sudden you realize, oh wait, I don't want that person to sing there, or wait, that should be done live and not pre-recorded. So you have to be flexible and you have to be ready to commit. And you have to be as prepared as you can so that when you are filming, you're getting the best possible take that you can. I find with theater, you have time to say, okay, I'll take care of that later. That thing's not perfect, but maybe I'll address it down the line. With film and TV, you kind of have to address it all at once. So that's a little bit of a challenge.
So what do you like? What do you like that, because I know it's challenges on both ways, like good challenges. Do you like working on that more, or the feeling of having more time in the Broadway world?
They're different. I can't say that one's better than the other. What I do like about the TV film stuff is that once you do it, it's done. Once you edit it the way you want to and you get to perfect it, quote unquote, then you feel good about it. With theater, it's a living, breathing thing. So each night, there's a chance that something will be different. There's a chance that the actor might be feeling under that day, might not have the strength to carry something in a certain way. I like that there's flexibility, and I like that there's the ability for things to change and morph, and you find your own journey over time in theater. But it is nice to know that once you have something done, you don't have to recreate it. That's a nice feeling too.
It seems like your whole life has been a preparation for where you are today. You've been studying classical piano since you were 4. You attended Berkeley to study jazz, rock, music arranging, and film scoring, and you always have had a love for theater. Something I really thought was interesting about you is being raised in Miami in the Cuban community. How do you feel like your Cuban roots has made an impact on your life in music?
That's a great question. For me, there's something about having grown up Latino that and I'm not going to make a generalization that makes it feel like other cultures don't do this, but I know for me, my experience, my life, it was really family-based. There was a real sense of helping each other out. There was a real sense of love. There was a real sense of just unity that really informed the way that I grew up. And also just a different kind of culture was really was special to me. Like knowing that my parents came from somewhere else, knowing that I therefore had to kind of figure my way out in this country, because you have to remember, my parents being immigrants, there's certain cultures that they were not, they weren't totally latched onto certain customs, certain slang, certain ways of doing things. So in a way, the fact that I had to kind of learn how to navigate that without the help of parents in a way that they aren't, in a way that they might not normally help you, I figured that made me a little scrappy in a way. So I do love that aspect of it. And I love the ability to be fluent in another language and to know about other cultures and have to find out how to assimilate that in the culture that I'm in now. I think that makes it really interesting. And funny enough, I think it's one of the things that drew me to Lin-Manuel Miranda, was a very similar background that we had about growing up Latino in a different country. I think that was really something that bonded us and made us want to really cling on to our heritage. I find that I became more proud to be Latino once I actually left Miami and left that Cuban environment and went to college in Boston where there weren't a lot of Cuban people.
So all of us. You stand up for yourself even more and be proud of your culture. And
exactly. Exactly right.
You feel that, taking us back, because I know you've probably talked about this so many times, In the Heights in Hamilton, but In the Heights is a musical that changed my life and made me want to join Broadway because I saw that diversity and that sense of love and unity and family. I mean, it was completely life-changing when I attended Camp Broadway and went. So we feel that. We definitely do. And so what made the connection for orchestration and arranging? How did you know that was your calling?
I'm not sure what it was. I know I've always been curious about how music has been put together. I know for me, piano was more than just like an instrument that played a piano part. What I mean by that is that I would sit down at a piano and try to play guitar solos on the piano. I would try to like make the drums come out of the piano and make the bass lines come out of the piano. So for me, I've always been led to what other instruments in a band are doing. I've always wanted to play drums. I've always loved picking up a guitar and learning how that works. Something about the styles of music that use those instruments has always called me. So in that, I think that just led to me, therefore, expanding to other instruments. I'm like, okay, I know what the drums should be doing. I know what the bass and guitar should be doing. How do the strings function in this? What should the flutes be doing in this kind of world? How do you use trumpets? And then I started to become more curious about using those instruments as well. But I think there's a part of my brain that was always listening to all those other instruments anyway. And then when it came time for me to actually notate and write down what it was, I just drew on whatever was in my history, whatever was in the hard drive of my brain, I had to access that stuff.
So incredible. And that leads me to my next question, because right now we're in previews for The Wrong Man at MCC Theater. But so this has a lot of genres, but mainly like pop rock. So how do you make that connection with the Broadway audience, like attracting everybody that's coming from your musical theater background, like making that connection?
Well, I think in this show in particular, the story is so strong, and I feel like that's what draws people. I think a good story and good music to back that up, a good way to communicate that story is what's really important, and ultimately that's where I think the audience will come from. So really, my job is to serve the music. My job is to try to execute it in the best way possible. So when Ross Golan, our fabulous composer, has a song that he has written, it becomes my job to make sure that the way that song is presented in a theater can be heard, that the lyrics can be understood, that the vibe is right for the emotion of that arc, that my choices as an orchestrator and arranger are grounded in story and meaning, so that it's not trying to be clever for clever's sake. I'm trying to do stuff that really serves the mood and the perspective of the character singing at that time and that story beat at that time. So really, at the end of the day, that's what we do, right? We're storytellers, and I think I try to make my music tell a story as well.
That's so awesome. Okay, so what is something that you want to do down the line? 'Cause you've done Broadway, TV, film, and maybe something that a lot of people wouldn't even expect for you to say.
I'm not sure. I feel fortunate in that the things I have been doing are the things I've wanted to be doing my whole life. I've always wanted to make music. Shoot, there's venues that I'd love to play. I've never played Carnegie Hall. I've never conducted a full symphony orchestra. Things like that I would like to do. But yeah, I've always been so in love with music. I don't think to myself, hey, one day I want to direct a movie. I don't think to myself, one day I want to paint. That's not where it is for me. So I feel like I'm living my dream every day.
Going with the flow. Yeah. What would be some words of wisdom that you would share with some aspiring artists out there?
I would say just keep doing what you're doing. I find that those of us that work in this field are people who need to express ourselves in some way, are people who feel as though music or art or dance or singing, whatever it is, wakes something up in your soul that feels like it needs to be a part of that. So I hear music and my body reacts. I hear music and my brain starts to just fire in a certain way. So I know I'm drawn to that. For me, it's a calling. So I urge all people to find what their calling is and to listen to that and try to be better at that and try to not let self-doubt get in the way. Surround yourself with people who are better than you so that they can teach you and make you be better and challenge you to what you do. So I would say just never rest. Keep searching, keep seeking, and keep trying to improve.
Thank you for that. And thank you for chatting with me.
I appreciate it.
Hey everyone, you're watching Kick Back and Chat with Amber Pickens, and tonight is so exciting because it is Harlem Fashion Week. This is my first time attending, so I am like head over heels. I can't wait to see all the beautiful fashions, the kente cloths, the colors, the sequins, the glitter, everything. So come on, I'm going to show y'all what's going on tonight. Hey everyone, so now I'm with Yvonne. So as you know, she is the founder of Harlem Fashion Week, and this is her line, YJNY. So tell us a little bit about your line.
So today, oh my gosh, it's very exciting. It's going to be like a little Afro-Latina, Afro-Caribbean vibe. So we have a lot of fun pieces going on. I'll just give you some snippets.
What's your favorite?
That's a tough one. I feel like I love this cute little
I love this.
just because I love crop tops. And I feel like it's also a nice combination of giving a kind of a Spaniard vibe with the paisley print and then African inspired with like the tashiki here.
Oh, this orange is beautiful too.
Okay, so this one is a really fun piece, and I feel like it doesn't do any justice here because it's tons of ruffles here, so that's going to be really fun. So the pieces are very interactive.
And we have Kayla over here fixing some stuff.
And then we do like a lot of hand beating and things like
I
that.
love this one.
So it's very exciting. So you guys are going to be prepared to just have fun and just experience the collection with us.
Awesome. This gold piece is hot too. Oh my God, I love everything. Yes. Okay, save it. That's her special piece. So we'll see her in that later. Okay, well, thank you.
Bye, guys.
There go, switch, go, switch, there go, switch, go. Make sure your posture right, baby, switch. Triple out tonight.
This is Kim Nicole, everyone.
Hi, how are you?
And who are you with tonight? Who are you representing?
So I work with a makeup brand, Frankie Rose Cosmetics, but I'm also a freelance makeup artist, and my website is kncconcepts.com, so check me out, please.
Awesome. So what look are you giving this beautiful model tonight?
A natural look. I'm with the Yvonne Janu collection, so they just want to keep it light and breezy. So
Awesome. Great. I'm with Natalie, one of the beautiful models for tonight. Are you super excited to walk the show?
Yeah, I've worked with the designer before, and her designs are really awesome. So
You look awesome. What is the designer of this outfit?
her name is Huda.
Okay, cool. And you said you already worked with her before.
Yeah, we did a campaign shoot before, so now I'm doing this show.
Can you give us like a twirl? Or Awesome. Well, thank you, Natalie, and I hope you do great tonight.
You wanna sit front row? Ask me, get anything that you want though. She a fashion killer, me I'm a cut though. Going out tonight, she said that she wants one Oak, a Webster, up and down. Paparazzi gon' think that I'm cuffing now. It's casual, I call you up when I'm back in town. We fall out, but she always
Hey, everyone. I'm with the celebrity stylist, Mr. London. How are you doing tonight?
Good, thank you for having me.
Have you been enjoying Harlem Fashion Week?
Fashion Week was crazy. I've been up since about 6 a.m. this morning, and literally 4 events back to back to back, and now I'm here. Like, I'm so exhausted, but fashion gives me energy.
What was your favorite part of tonight?
Seeing the designers, just seeing that you have new designers that are trying to show their dreams and their craft, and it's so amazing because I used to be a designer, so I know how hard it could be out there. So I tip my hat off to all the designers out there.
So cool. Have you had to do a lot of styling for this week?
Oh, a lot of styling. I just left Big Frida. Her show's coming.
Big Frida!
Yeah. Of course, she's amazing. And then, of course, Andrea, we just did the finale of Power. So, I've just been busy, just going. And my goal is just to work with everybody. It's not just about being a celebrity stylist. It's about just being a stylist, period.
I hope you get to style me soon for my show and something. Thank you. That would be awesome. Well, thank you so much for stopping by and enjoy the rest of your night.
Looks by London, that's Lunden.
I'm here with Princess Jenkins from the Brownstone Boutique. Thank you so much, Princess, for stopping by.
Absolutely. Glad to be here this evening. It's Fashion Week, baby. Well, the Brownstone Boutique is Harlem's only lifestyle boutique. Next year we'll be here for 20 years in Harlem. We're excited about Harlem Fashion Week because it speaks to all the work that we've been doing the 20 years leading up to this. We dress women for the important moments in their lives. We specialize in plus size 12 and up. And really for a woman who's looking to rock out and do something different, own her body.
All right.
Yeah, own your body and really walk the runway every day.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by and enjoy the rest of the Harlem Fashion Week.
Plan on it. Thank you so much. I love kicking it with you.
Thank you. Hey, you're watching Kickback and Chat with Amber Pickens, and we're at Harlem Fashion Week, and I have the pleasure of interviewing Jonathan Broderick.
Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you for stopping by, and what did they honor you with tonight?
No, it's the Cultural Icon Award, the Fashion Cultural Icon Award.
Awesome. Yes. So is this your first time? Do you attend the Harlem Fashion Week every year?
I have.
What
yes.
brings you back?
You know what? It's the energy of the people, and first and foremost, it's the founders of the event. It's a mother and daughter team, and they're really passionate about fashion. So how can you not be drawn on? It's infectious. So if you haven't attended Harlem Fashion Week, make sure you attend.
What are you wearing tonight? Is this one of your designs?
It's not. This isn't. I shop all around.
I love your outfit.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Such great energy as well.
Thank you. But this hat is one of my designs. This is the Roosevelt hat.
I love it.
Yes.
So this is the Roosevelt.
Yeah. So it's paying homage to all the men in my family. So this is a silhouette of all the powerful Broderick men in my family because they all wore hats.
Thank you so much for stopping by Kickback and Chat, and enjoy your night. Hey everyone, now I'm here with Miss Huda from Dizugi Designs.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. Your line was absolutely just, oh my gosh, it was breathtaking. I'm a huge fan.
Oh, thank you so much. We really enjoyed coming here and doing our collection.
So what is the inspiration for your design?
Well, I just wanted to show that Muslim women can choose to wear their faith, and they can wear it loud and proud. It was very loud colors, and I wanted to show that as long as you comply with the faith and cover, the arms and legs and the hair, then you can still be trendy and have, art and express your faith through art and fashion. Yeah.
That's so awesome. So are you a New Yorker as well?
Am I?
Are you a Harlemer or New Yorker? What's your area?
I'm actually from New Jersey. Yes, but I'm Arabic, I'm Muslim, and I'm American, and I just want to say, for modest wear all over the world, it's a huge market, and most retail shops don't cater for Muslim women. So I just wanted to show that, we can be fashionable and we can enjoy it just as much.
And that definitely showed. Oh my gosh, it was absolutely stunning. I'm so excited to see more of your designs, and hopefully they'll feature you again next year because I'm just blown away still.
The first modest wear in New York Fashion Week last year. So we did this show last year. We've come this year, and December we're doing Dubai, February is London. So we're going to be going different places and back here next year.
And I'm sure they're going to love it just as much as all of us did. So congratulations to you. And enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, everyone.
Walk by on fire, baby, can't doubt it. That body banging, what's that? You smile, girl, the overcame. Walk by on fire, baby, can't doubt it. That body banging, what's that? I walk by again, I need a look with older. Go, switch, go, switch, go, switch.
Okay, everyone, so there you have it. You have gotten the best of Harlem Fashion Week. This day has been amazing. You have gotten stuff for the little petite women, for the beautiful, voluptuous, curvy women, for every type of woman around the world. Today has been so great, and it's just so awesome to be here because we got to uplift Harlem. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Kickback and Chat with Amber Pickens. So stay tuned for more. Hey everyone, you're watching Kickback and Chat with Amber Pickens, and I'm your host, Amber Pickens. Hey, yes, that's who I am. Today we are live in Miami, Florida, with the Spike Lee.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great. This is a great day for me to get to meet you.
I want everybody to know that the man on the camera is your what?
That is my father, Rick Party, radio personality.
Father-daughter duo. Love
Yes,
it, love it,
yes.
love it.
Yeah, I have some great parents. They've been very supportive of me. Cool. Thank you. And why do you think that American Black Film Festival is so important?
It's essential. We have to support our own. Because you can't always rely on other people's support. But we have to support ourselves. That's basic 101.
Yeah.
We have to support, love our own.
You really strain the importance of becoming a gatekeeper, especially for blacks.
The reality is, very few of us are gatekeepers. And for those who know what that term means, the gatekeeper are people in the industry, film, television, news. These are people who make decisions because stuff doesn't just show up. People sit in a room and decide what we're making, what we're doing, and what we're not doing. News. What's gonna be the lead story at 6 o'clock? What's gonna be buried? We're not gonna cover. What's gonna be the cover story of a newspaper? Or what's gonna be buried? So we have to get in those gatekeeping positions where we have a say to what's happening. I'll give you a most recent example. That fiasco of the Pepsi commercial.
Yes.
There were no people of color
Yeah, which is crazy.
in the room to say,
This is not right.
can I ask a question, please? Just, and it's not like just because you say something means it can happen, but sometimes people don't see what they're doing. And it takes another voice in a room to say, can we just step back and think about what we're trying to do? So that's what we're talking about. To get in those very powerful positions of being in the room. In the room where decisions are made that affect all our lives.
Yeah, that's so great and so important because when I finally saw that commercial, because I kept seeing the memes for it, but I was like, everybody said just grab a Pepsi, and I was like, what does that mean? So when I did see it, I was just so disappointed.
It's total disrespect of Black Lives Matter. I mean, totally. You cannot boil down Black Lives Matter to a soda can being the answer for black men to be shot by police officers. I mean, that's. I'm still scratching my head on that one.
Yeah. No, I'm there with you. That's really crazy. Out of all your films, what was your favorite to work on?
You know what? And this is a very honest answer. All my films are my favorite to work on. And the reason why I say that is because I've been blessed. And the reason why I say I'm blessed is because I'm doing what I love. And you know this too, you're an artist. Most of the people on this God's earth go to their grave having worked at a job all their life that they hated.
You could be millionaires, but still just not be happy.
Can you imagine every day in your daughter life getting up and going to a job that you hate? That's a nightmare. But conversely, if you get up every morning in your adult life, you get up every morning and know you're getting ready to do something that you love, it's a blessing. That's why I answered the question that way.
Yeah, that's definitely a blessing, and your films have touched so many lives. My last question would just be, I know that you're working on, okay, I know that you're working on.
Daughter duo, they get an extra question.
Yeah, and this is, such an honor, such a blessing even being here with you right now. I know you were enjoying your pie, so thank you for
Key lime pie.
Key lime pie. So thank you. I know you're working on She's Gotta Have It, and
Yes,
for Netflix, and that's so exciting because I love anything on Netflix. So I get so excited about just staying home and just chilling.
Do you binge?
I do binge.
So are you gonna binge?
Usually I do binge when it's just something so exciting. I binge as I know if I really am in love with it, I'll just watch it over and over again. Like what drew me to Netflix first, one of my friends is on Orange is the New Black, so I watched that to support her. And then once I found out A Different World was on there, I watched A Different World like all seasons 100 times. So if it's good, then I'll just keep watching because I learn something new every time.
Dear White People?
Yes, I did watch it, and I enjoyed it. I did. I watched it a few times.
So the initial binge, you go through the entire season, just like that, straight through. Don't get up.
I do if I have time, like especially in between shows, because I just finished a Broadway show and I'm auditioning for the next one. I'm like, oh well, I could just catch up on life outside of working all the time and performing. I could catch up on like just what creatives are doing out there.
Well, I hope you like She's Gonna Have It.
I'm excited. Why did you decide to do She's Gotta Have It out of all your films?
It wasn't my idea.
Oh really?
It was my wife's idea.
Oh wow.
I had no idea, never came across to me, didn't see it. My wife, Tanya Lewis Lee, said, you know what? I think She's Gonna Have It work as a series.
That's really cool. Yeah, well, I'm excited to see it and to learn more about it.
Get the word out. And also, you know, later on, maybe you could get DeWanda Wise, who's the lead. She plays Nola Darling.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and congratulations on that. I can't wait. I'm really, and my friends as well. We're all very excited
Spread the word
about that. She's Gotta Have It, everybody, on Netflix coming soon.
You live in New York?
Yes, sir, I do.
Next time.
Oh, I was gonna go to the audition for it, but I think I was performing that day. So yeah, you know how Broadway is. I was in Cirque du Soleil's Paramore, Cirque's first Broadway show.
Yeah?
Yeah, so that was my first show right out of school. Went straight to Broadway, so that was so intense. So, yeah, and we get docked if we're late, if we miss a day. So I couldn't audition, but trust me, I wanted to be there.
I'll be making many more films and
Okay.
TV shows. So.
Yes. And like I said, it's my dream to be in School Days. School Days is my favorite film by.
We want to bring that back as a musical.
And please, I would love to be in it because Good and Bad Hair is my favorite scene, and
yeah,
it's amazing.
You know, how's it go?
Good and bad hair. Dun, 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 da, da, da. Dun, 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 da, 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 da. Good and bad hair. I love because they are dancing and they are dancing. I mean, I'm sure you have. So I notice now, especially now that I'm older and I live in New York and learning about history, I see certain women. I'm like, oh, that's such and such from Ailey. This is, Jasmine Guy. This is, so many people are in it. I mean, it's amazing to see how so many people got started from your films. It's great.
That wasn't an accident. We really we made sure that every project, we would have a spot for someone to do their thing and use it as a launching pad.
And they work so hard because, every scene. Lawrence Fishburne in that film. I think it's great. And since I did go to a conservatory, it just made me, I don't know, I wanted to go to a black school, even a black university, even more. Well, thank you, Mr. Lee, so much for taking a break from your pie.